Hey everyone, it's John Pinson coming to you from Oakwood headquarters here in Vancouver. Gain a lot of viewers across Canada, viewers over in Asia reconsidering coming back to Vancouver in the near next couple of years. And this video is aimed for everyone living outside of Vancouver or just to reacquaint you with different neighborhoods of Vancouver to let you know on what the good neighborhoods are to live, I think, in 2023. And furthermore, lifestyle. Also investment, what is a good place where the values will keep going up. And I have a surprise actually to share with you is my top choice for townhomes, where I think the values will go up a lot in the next couple of years due to increased development with houses and also amenities such as malls and grocery stores, etc. So I'm going to dive into a top 3 list for townhomes and houses, and also a top 3 for condos. So I'm going to first start with my top 3 areas to buy a condo and invest in 2023. So number 3 on the list I have is an area that everyone is familiar with in the Greater Vancouver area. It's where people go to socialize, have fun. It's a younger demographic where primarily people rent in their mid-20s to mid-30s. This area is Kitsilano. Everyone loves the beaches there, the restaurants, etc., and it's always high on a list to rent out. And also, lately there's been actually the new law passed here in British Columbia where there's no limit on rentals or restrictions like there used to be for some buildings. And a lot of these low-rise 3-4 story buildings in Kitsilano have been restricted in the past, but now there's these buildings, mind you, older. You have to do your due diligence to make sure they've been kept up to date with maintenance. But if they are up to good condition, I highly suggest looking at some of the condos to invest in Kitsilano on these streets of 2nd Street, 4th Street, 5th Street, 6th Street, because you can fetch high rents in these neighborhoods. And it's a prime area to buy a condo and invest, rent it out. And that's what I would suggest as my top 3 area in Vancouver to buy a condo, especially if you're looking for something between $600,000 to $900,000. And then going on to number 2 is actually across downtown Vancouver, over on the other side on the North Shore. It's called Lower Lonsdale, and this is an area where the prices have been coming up substantially in the past 5 years. You used to be able to get a 1-bed condo for $350 in a low-rise building, and you can still fetch a 1-bed condo for $450, $500 if you're lucky. Mind you, very luxurious, exclusive developments on the waterfront, the shipyards down by the Lonsdale Quay, beautiful promenade, walking around, restaurants everywhere, and the prices have been going up a lot in the Lower Lonsdale area. And so these areas of development are all relatively new in Lonsdale. Not all. Some are old, but there's a nice mix to choose from, and it's a nice way of living down in Lower Lonsdale because you're away from the city, it's quieter, and you don't have the buzz of downtown, but you can hop on a sea bus and go across the ocean within 15 minutes, which is quite useful, and you don't have to drive at all through the rush hour going across the Lionsgate Bridge. And then, mind you, since you're on the North Shore, you can be up on the mountain skiing within 20 minutes. So keep Lower Lonsdale in mind if you are reconsidering buying a condo this year. I'd stay away from any new condos. My past videos, I've exclaimed that pre-sale condos are not to be taken lightly because there's a lot of surprises that will arise. But if you can find a condo specifically built in 2015, 2013, 2017 with no issues, I would look into that. So if you can expect around say a 2017 condo, you can get for around $850,000 to about $1 million right now in Lower Lonsdale for about a 900 square foot unit. And then my number 1 choice to buy a condo to live in or invest is Olympic Village in just outside of Vancouver. It's by Science World, that big globe. If you look up pictures online, it's at the end of False Creek, and it's part of this greenway seawall that goes on for miles all the way to Stanley Park. You can bike everywhere. You don't have to drive. And these buildings are all built in roughly 2010 to 2017. So the construction is very good, and they all have a lot of them have good gyms, amenities, air conditioning, and it's a very, very nice setting to live in, and a lot of young professionals have bought these condos in the past few years. Had quite a few professionals from the USA relocate here, and I've helped some people in Olympic Village move in here too. So Olympic Village is something that I see of high value. The values have been going up higher than any other condos I've found in the past 3 or 4 years, and I think they're going to continue to go up because it's such a good place to live. You're just outside the city; it's a little quieter, and you have a beautiful. Some of the units have beautiful views of the skyline of Vancouver. So, if you are thinking about buying a condo, you can still get a one-bed condo around 650, 700, and two-bed condos go up to 1.2, 1.3 million for a view unit. But you can still get in there under $1 million in Olympic Village if you're wanting a kind of a two-bedroom unit facing away from the ocean. And then moving on to my top 3 places to buy a townhouse / house is starting out with Maple Ridge as my number 3 choice. It's kind of out in a nice green belt. Well, not all of it, but it's set up against the mountains, part of Maple Ridge, North Maple Ridge, Silver Valley, and there's a lot of new construction out there, and it's always been under the radar compared to Surrey and Langley over the past few years. Mind you, in the past 12 months, it did come up in price, but it has come down quite a bit substantially, and I still see some good deals to buy a condo, 2-bed condos under $500,000 there. You can still get a decent-sized property under $1 million again for $900,000 to $1 million to beat that 20% down payment mark. So keep Maple Ridge in mind if you're looking for a single-family detached home or a townhome of $600,000, $700,000 to $800,000. And then going on to more high-end luxury homes is kind of, I have a tie here. It's the Vancouver West Side, ultra-luxury, $3-4 million homes. The values are going up substantially in the past couple months here. Overseas buyers are coming in. Well, mind you, they have, I think most of them from Hong Kong, and they're coming back. The exodus because everyone knows what's happened there. And I'm seeing a lot of multiple offer situations where homes on the west side, Kerrisdale, Point Grey, asking $3 million, they're selling for $3.3 million. So the values are going up, and if you do have the money, the west side of Vancouver is a good value if you want to see your land increase with more density on the way, possibly with zoning, with the city politicians asking how to increase density. So more development on the main thoroughfares, the more your land will go up if you're in Shaughnessy, Kerrisdale, etc. And then also tied for number 2 is also the Sea to Sky corridor. Broadly, I guess you could say from, I would include North Vancouver because a lot of North Vancouver is in the trees and forests, but specifically Lions Bay, Britannia Beach, Squamish, the values have been going up a lot in the past couple of years, and it's a beautiful vistas, specifically Lions Bay and Britannia Beach. These are smaller communities, but you can still find prime houses under $2 million, 1.7, 1.8 million, and then Squamish, you can still get homes in the city center for around 1.3 to 1.6 million, and you can still buy a condo in Squamish for $500,000-600,000. And the lifestyle is incredible in the Sea to Sky region with the hiking, the mountain biking, and the access to the ocean, boating, if you like sailing. So if you are thinking about moving to Vancouver, the Sea to Sky area is something to really consider. It's more affordable than West Van or North Vancouver. It's a little further away. You're a 15-20 minute drive from Lions Bay to Horseshoe Bay, the nearest high school. And Britannia Beach is more about 20 minutes to Squamish or so. So you're kind of in the middle of nowhere right now, but there was more development happening and more people are buying along the corridor. So keep this in mind because it will be growing and the views are spectacular. It's like a postcard living on the Sea to Sky between West Vancouver and Squamish if you want to look on a map. And my number 1 pick this week for buying a house in 2023 or a townhome is Tsawwassen. It's part of South Delta community. It's located roughly 20 minutes from the Vancouver International Airport, and roughly without traffic, it's about 30 minutes to 45 minutes if you have traffic from downtown Vancouver. So very accessible, and the development is a lot lower compared to South Surrey, White Rock, where a lot of townhomes and houses have been built recently in the past 10 years. But recently, Tsawwassen has seen a surge of developers come with the new mall that came out 4 or 5 years ago called Tsawwassen Mills. And big developers such as Aquilini Group, Ani, have massive townhome developments under construction or already completed some dating back to 2010 even, the older townhomes. But still seeing brand new townhomes, 1 or 2 years old, you can buy for $800,000 still, no GST included because someone's already moved in. And if you are wanting a brand new townhome, you can still get it under $1 million too for a 3-bedroom, 1,500 square foot townhome with access to the ocean, a 10-minute walk to the beach, and a 5-10 minute walk to one of the biggest malls in British Columbia, access to huge box stores, restaurants, Walmart. And then the city center of Tsawwassen is just a 5-minute drive as well. Tsawwassen's located by the ocean, nice sea breezes. These Tsawwassen townhomes are, mind you, on leasehold land. They're good until for 100 years. But if you think about it, these leasehold properties around the Lower Mainland have been going up in value just like freehold properties. So technically, in 100 years, the the First Nations people can take your land back after 100 years. But my parents actually live on leasehold land, and they renegotiated, I think, 10 years ago. I think it was $20,000 or something. And their values on their leasehold has gone up exponentially in the past 30 years. So it's nothing to sneeze at when you look at leasehold properties. It is looked down upon more so in the city of Vancouver, where the leases will be expiring. On city lands such as in False Creek, good until I think 2035, so another 10-15 years left, so not much. But keep in mind, leasehold is different in every municipality around the surrounding regions of Vancouver. But if you are reconsidering a relocation to Vancouver this year or in the near future from other areas of Canada or around the world, I'm happy to help you out, figure out a good neighborhood for you. But yeah, these were my top picks per condos. Number 1, Olympic Village near downtown Vancouver. Nice new places. Values have been going up a lot. And my number 1 pick is Tsawwassen for a house or a townhome. And right behind that, it's the Sea to Sky region and Maple Ridge. So I hope you found this of value today. Smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't done already. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks and have a great day.